Imagine being so hated that fans call your home, threatening you and your family.
Got calls into the house, I remember that, yeah. I do. You know, go back to Falkland and all that, yeah. You're useless.
Imagine your wife and kids begging you to walk away. This was Sir Alex Ferguson's reality in the late 1980s. The man who would go on to become football's greatest manager was on the verge of quitting before he even had the chance to build his legacy. But he didn't. He refused to give in. And what happened next changed football history forever. When Ferguson took over Manchester United in 1986, the club was in chaos. The dressing room was a mess, results were terrible, and the fans, oh, they weren't patient. By 1989, 3 years in, United was drowning. They lost to Norwich, then Liverpool, then Southampton, then the humiliation of all humiliations, a 5-1 loss to rivals Manchester City. The fans had had enough, and so had Ferguson's own family. His eldest son sat him down and said, "It's not working, you need to quit." His late wife, Kathy, had seen it all, the stress, the abuse, the sleepless nights. But even she struggled with the relentless pressure. She became so anxious that she started looking for signs, seeing omens in magpies before matches, believing they predicted his fate. For the first time in his career, Ferguson considered walking away. Then came January 1990. Manchester United were facing Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup, a game so crucial it was dubbed Ferguson's last stand.
They're going to Forest, currently 5th bottom of the First Division. It's being billed as Alex Ferguson's last stand.
Even the club chairman met with him before the match. "No matter what happens, you'll still be manager," he said. But Ferguson knew the truth. Lose this game and he was finished. United won, a 1-0 victory, a glimmer of hope. Momentum built. United reached the FA Cup final. They drew the first match, but Ferguson would make one of the toughest choices in his career. He dropped his longtime goalkeeper, Jim Leighton, for the replay. The gamble worked. United won the FA Cup. Ferguson had his first trophy. This win saved his job. It became the foundation for everything that followed: Premier League titles, Champions League glory, an era of dominance. But make no mistake, he was on the brink. The pressure was unbearable. The calls for him to quit were deafening, but he refused to walk away. And that decision right there was golden. Many generations of Manchester United fans would enjoy it, and rival fans would be left wishing he would have quit, never to be heard of again. Fast forward to today, Ruben Amorim, young and highly rated manager, is facing his own version of Ferguson's early years. After a rough start to the season, the pressure is mounting.
If you support him or not, any objective person is going to have to admit that is having a terrible go of it.
Fans are questioning his tactics. Critics say he must abandon his philosophy and change his playing style. Sound familiar? Here's the lesson Amorim can take from Ferguson: never give in. Ferguson believed in his process, but he also made tough decisions when necessary. He stayed true to his philosophy. If Amorim stays the course, backs his ideas, and learns when to make the big calls, just like Ferguson did, he might just turn things around. Because in football, just like in life, the difference between failure and greatness often comes down to one simple thing: refusing to quit. Of course, football is unpredictable. He might turn it around, or he might be sacked, and everything I've just said will sound like nonsense. But hey, that's football. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Should struggling managers stick to their style or adapt under pressure?